Good morning, Fishers Tigers. I'm Joseph Basso, and welcome to FHS Weekly. Ivy Tech is offering the Disability Support Service Summer Bridge program for students in the 11th and 12th grade with a diagnosed disability who plan to attend any college. Learn about collegiate disability support services, admissions, career exploration, and student life. The program is free and will be held the week of June 15th at the downtown Indianapolis Ivy Tech campus. For more information and to enroll, email swidner@ivytech.edu. Don't delay, space is limited to 20 students. Softball tryouts start after school today. Any girl interested in trying out should have their physical on file with the athletic office. Juniors, QuestBridge is offering the Quest for Excellence USA Award to high-achieving juniors with demonstrated financial need. Selected students will receive an award up to $1,000 for a new laptop, campus visits to colleges including Stanford, MIT, and Yale, and resources such as test prep and online courses to enhance the student's college application. Apply online at www.questbridge.org by March 24th.
How's it going, Fishers Tigers? Welcome back to a very special Tiger Talk, the segment of the show where we talk about topical topics at a table. My name is Joseph Heemster. Joining me today, we have Maya Fotodar, Izzy Alexander, and Meg Gibson. And today, we're going to talk about something that's very topical, I think, and it is the block schedule that we've been going through these past few days. So I just want to ask, what's everybody's initial impressions of the block schedule?
I'll go first. I do not like block schedule, and I will die saying that because so some classes it makes a lot of sense. Like in my Tech Theater 2 class, it's really helpful to have that much time to continue constructing the set pieces, doing details, and you have a lot of time to get it done.
Sure.
But in other classes like math or science, it is an absurd amount of time to be using the same part of your brain that does math and science. And so like right now, I'm actually in the middle of my math class, and I'm dreading going back for 40 minutes after lunch because I've already been there for an hour.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I just think that it does work well for some classes, but because it doesn't work well for others, I just don't like it.
Sure.
I would almost disagree with you on the science part because I think a lot of times when you're in the middle of labs, it's better to do the lab over like one long period than to break it up into two. So and I mean, obviously sometimes in science class you're just taking notes.
Yeah, that's the part that I was mentioning.
I was on scheduling committees for earlier this year when we were testing out the possibility of switching times, which we didn't do, and then we were also talking about revamping Smart Period next year and the scheduling changes, like being able to go to a block schedule or not. I like the block schedule. We'll be in college in a couple of years now. We're junior. Well, the three of us are juniors.
I'm a senior.
Joe's a senior.
So
it doesn't really matter to him what we do in school next year.
Yeah.
But I think in college we're going to be in some sort of block schedule as well. We're not going to be in like 7 classes for 55 minutes every single day.
Right.
Obviously, I think we should do the block schedule the way that we should do it the best way that we can. So teachers need to have better training and being able to develop that curriculum. That's not the teacher's fault. It's just that they need those resources to work in block. But I think that a block schedule is the best way to allow students to dive into what they're learning in class.
Sure.
I see pro cons to both of it. That's how I usually am. Because as you said with labs, it's nice because right now, you get in there, set up the lab, you get done really quickly, and same thing with PE. So this will allow a longer time to learn more about it, do more stuff. But then a con that I see is that it provides discontinuity with learning, especially with math. You'll come one day, do the homework, have a day off, and then come back, and even for a weekend for me, I forget what I'm supposed to be doing.
That is true.
That's the same thing repeated over and over. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I kind of see bits and pieces of both. I honestly haven't had very many of the classes that I think you're kind of talking about where it's just kind of dull for a long period of time, and it just feels like it's dragging on and on. Most of my classes have been fairly tolerable in that sense. But I think it does kind of raise this question of does the longer period time, does it increase productivity or does it do the opposite where it kind of inhibits it? And it sounds like it might be kind of class dependent.
Yeah, I think it's dependent on whether or not your teacher is trained to do that as well. Because your brain, as teenagers, we need to and even just as people, we need to change focus sometimes. We can't just work on one thing for 7 hours straight or even 95 minutes.
Right.
I don't think if we did a block schedule next year, actual legit block schedule, or a modified, that we would be in class for 95 minutes. I think that's too long to ask teachers to prep curriculum for. It's just not enough. Like, we need to just have more classes in that loop, sort of.
I have a friend who, one of her teachers was actually like, I genuinely don't know how to plan for blocks, so you're just going to have a study hall in my block because I cannot fill the time. And so, like, basically this one teacher is, like, just having a lesson that they would normally have, like, in their class, but then once the normal class period is over, they're, like, done.
Right.
And they can just work on whatever they need because there hasn't been any training whatsoever to transition teachers from a 7-period day to a block schedule day. And I think that is really important because if, like, teachers can't fill it, then it's literally just wasted time, and that's not good for anybody.
So then I have a little bit of a question then, kind of spinning off that. So do you think that the issue is with the block schedule itself, or do you think that we should maybe focus more on equipping teachers with kind of like the things that they need to be able to fill that time effectively?
I think that the issue lies with training. I feel like if teachers were, like, educated on how to properly fill a block and what teaching in a block looks like, then it can be super effective for students.
Sure.
But, like, there are still going to be, like, there is no perfect schedule, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so there's pros and cons to everything, but I think that if we did properly train, like, the teachers on how to fill a block, then it would be a lot more beneficial than what it is currently.
Yeah, without sufficient, like, trial and error, like, over some period of time, instead of just, like, 2 weeks to figure out how to morph a lesson would help a lot more in trying to figure out, like, how they can change the curriculum for a year rather than a short period of time.
Right. So, and I mean, you say 2 weeks, and we are going to have another 2 weeks in April, I know.
Oh, are we?
Or,
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought they were just knocking out all the ice step
No,
at
it's
once.
2
No.
and then a break and then 2 again in
Okay.
April.
Yeah. So, and I don't know if there's going to be anything different about the ones in April. I would imagine probably not. It's probably the same as these 2 weeks are going to be. But it'll be interesting to see kind of how everything shakes out over the course of those 4 weeks and see, you know, what the general consensus is.
Yeah.
I think everyone will be a lot less polarized after we've gone through it.
Yeah,
because there are
I'm
people
sure.
that are like, block schedule is the best, and then they're like, I literally want to not go to school if we're doing block schedule. And I think, like, as you get into block schedule classes, like, I have a friend who is, like, vehemently opposed to block scheduling.
Yeah.
And she was in her first class this morning and came out and was like, you know, it wasn't so bad. And I was like, okay. So I mean, I think it was, I think it's just, like, it helps to experience the actual thing. And even if the teachers aren't so properly trained in it right now, I think it'll help just to cement our sort of, like, well, would this kill us if we did it?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No. And I mean, I think part of the reason that people might have a distaste for it at the moment right now is just because it's so new.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and we're so used to having the 7-period day that having these longer class periods is just weird, you know? So I think that could also be a part of it too. But that's all the time that we have for today, Tigers. We hope you enjoyed this conversation. Feel free to let us know what you think of the block schedules on social media, and we will see you next week.
Welcome to How Well Do You Know Your Best Friend? Today we've got,
Sophia.
And Marina.
Adriana.
And Isabella.
and we're gonna see who knows their best friend the best. All right, so today we're gonna find out how well you know your friend Adriana. So, what is Adriana's favorite color?
Okay. Okay, you ready?
On the count of three. 3, 2, 1.
I mean, I guess it changes, but like my all-time favorite color is lavender. I swear, literally today I asked you, what's your favorite color in
Wow.
preparation for this? And you said, it's always changing.
For our next question, how many siblings does Adriana have?
Easy. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
This is a 1.
All right.
It's a brother
all
named
right,
Ryder. You have a
okay,
brother named Ryder.
okay.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
What is Adriana's favorite genre of music?
Okay, so okay. You should know this. You've been friends with me since 7th
Genre,
grade.
though?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Alternative.
Halsey songs.
So alternative.
Wow.
I don't know what genre that
This
is.
is
I
your
know.
best friend over here.
Apparently
I don't
not.
know
This is your best
music.
friend.
Next, we're
Wow.
gonna switch.
So, Adriana, what is Isabella's favorite food?
That's easy.
In 3, 2, 1.
Anything that has to do with chocolate or potatoes. That is so true.
Chocolate or potato?
It's not together, not together, but like
What?
anything with chocolate and anything with potatoes.
So do you
like,
dip like French fries in
No.
chocolate? What is Isabella's favorite class period?
Can I put 2 answers? Yeah, I'm gonna put 2 answers.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Theater or announcements?
I put period 4 announcements. Love this class. This is fun.
For our last question, what color socks is Isabella wearing?
Okay. Am I right?
I can't see him. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my gosh! I wear white socks so often.
Okay, there was one time I wore like Disney socks,
I know
but
her
like
better.
it's
Yeah, that's
mostly
what I'm
white
saying.
socks.
I know you
guess
better.
we know who is the better best friend in this
Okay,
relationship.
you know what? Can we count the color question? Because it does always change, but I told you my all-time favorite color is lavender.
There you go. So I got what was
One
it?
half. You get 1.5
1.5,
weights.
and you get
3.
3.
All right.
Wow.
So now we're gonna bring out our next contestants to see how they do. Our next contestants are Marina and Sophia. So Sophia, what is Marina's favorite color?
Oh, I know.
In 3, 2, 1.
What?
Yeah, no, I forgot I had an actual. Okay, electric blue, and it's very
Blue.
specific.
Why is it so specific?
No,
Why
it's-
electric?
What is electric blue?
It's like kind of like the color of a black light almost.
What is Marina's favorite animal?
Oh, this is if people know me, they know this.
3, 2, 1.
Beluga whale! Let's go!
All right, so this next question is for all those people who need a prom date. So, is Marina single or taken? In 3, 2, 1.
I said you were taken by yourself. 'cause you're
Debatable.
very-
Debatable. My love life is so complicated. I don't need to get into that.
I think we were on the same
Okay.
page though for that.
Okay, so does that put you on or off the market for prom?
For prom, off because I already have a friend group I'm going with.
Dang, that's tough. No Marina for you. All right, so now we're gonna ask
But
Marina questions.
you got 2 right though.
I got 2 though.
2.
Yeah.
2 of
So,
3. Oh no.
So, Marina, what is Sophia's favorite pastime?
Specific
She's
or
got
vague?
it.
I don't know.
Come on, best friend.
I'm scared.
In 3, 2, 1.
Talking about boys.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay,
Oh
but
my
to be
gosh.
fair, you talk about boys while editing. your
Yeah,
videos.
okay.
You're getting
So
called out here, Sophia.
I mean, okay, I feel like both of our answers are correct. So I mean,
You want to count that?
Yeah,
All
sure.
right. What is Sophia's favorite place to vacation? In 3, 2, 1.
Out west.
California. Yeah.
California is out west.
Yes.
It's like an out.
Wait, should I not be cheering for you? Because then you might beat me. Wait.
For my final question, what is Sophia's favorite movie?
You know what this is.
Oh, never mind. This is easy. Sorry.
If you don't get this right, I'm gonna be personally
No.
offended.
I'm pretty sure you almost made this your birthday party in 6th grade. If it wasn't like One Direction, it would have been this.
In 3, 2, 1.
Back to the future! Okay.
Alright.
I was gonna say, if you didn't get that, I was gonna be so offended.
Marty McFly.
So you guys had more right than the
Yeah,
last.
so we just missed one as a collective, which means we beat out Adriana and Isabella. Therefore, we are the better best friends.
Ah,
All right, we have our winner. So catch you next time on Best Friend Game Show.
Bye.
My name is Luke Kraft, and this is what makes me iconically me. My artist name is Soleil on Spotify, and I chose that just around this time last year. I took a family trip to Europe, and we just got to walk around France and Paris and London. I just saw this word keep popping up, soleil, and I found out that it meant just sun in French. Like, that kind of stuck with me. I was like, that's a really pretty word. And then it was interesting because I was listening to music a lot of the times that I saw that word. The reason I wanted to do a song and release an EP under the name Crop Top is just because I've always kind of viewed myself as not like wanting to succumb to all of the sexism and whatever that's pushed onto our society. I feel most at home with music when I'm either sharing it with my mom or I'm signing songs like for myself. signing songs is really interesting because it's a cool way to connect the deaf and the hearing communities in myself, just because I've never really had the opportunity before to connect those two worlds, and being able to do that through music, through my passion, is just so amazing. So I am a CODA, which is a child or kid of deaf adults, and it's kind of like a subcultural group coming from the mother culture of the deaf world, and it just comes from having deaf parents and being raised from age from when you were born to preschool, and never really, especially if you're an only CODA, never really having like any other hearing, like language-based, oral-based language for you to process in your brain, but like always having the ASL with you, American Sign Language. All of society focuses too much on the disability rather than the ability. There's a phrase called deaf gain, which I think that's really resonated with me. Deaf gain means like either you become deaf or you're born deaf. You're instantly gaining so much more culture, so much more like identity, background of who you are, than you're not losing like the ability to hear. Don't focus on that. You're focusing on what, like this language, this community that you've gained. The last thing I would like to let everyone know is that specifically I think I connect most with music with my mom and my dad through lyrics or rhythm itself. They're able to feel it, they're able to connect through the lyrics, and that is most important, I think, when I'm making a song. That's a nice way, I think, to connect with everyone. They can find their own meaning through lyrics or how the song makes them feel inside. So, yeah.
Thanks for watching. Check out Iconically Her on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And you can follow Luke on his Instagram and Spotify
at luke.craft.
If you or someone you know is iconic and deserves to be featured on an episode of Iconically You, make sure to email us at iconicallyher@gmail.com. And as always, stay fabsome!